Right, it was 3 o'clock, and I know that Kathleen has not gotten on yet, unless she called in. No, maybe not. So we'll just give maybe like a minute or two, and then we can go ahead.
Yeah, I spoke to her this morning. She came by the office this morning, and she said she'd be here this afternoon. So,
All right, you want to give a couple minutes, Mike, and then we'll go ahead and start?
sure, we can do that.
Okay.
No, Katie's raring to take the bridle.
Always excited to exercise my skills.
It's a good skill to have, Katie.
I just got a note from Kathleen. She's having trouble connecting. She apologizes and will try to join as soon as she can. So in that case, Miss Katie.
You jinxed it, Melissa.
It wasn't me.
Oh wait, I think I just saw her pop in.
Oh, there she is. Okay, good.
Yes.
Hi, so sorry. I'm on my phone. Let's see if I can.
It was operator error, wasn't ours.
I know my computer is struggling and doesn't want me to be on Teams today. So good afternoon. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Good, and you?
Good, good. Happy fall semester. I hope everybody's settling in and getting back in the swing of things. So welcome. Unfortunately I can't see everybody. So we'll do some brief introductions and then go over the minutes from last time. Appreciate Katie filling in. So good afternoon. I'm Kathleen Kobiak and the chair of the Tampa Bay Area University Community Traffic Safety Team. And I work at the University of South Florida and oversee our substance use prevention programming. So happy that you all could join us this afternoon amidst your busy schedules. So I'll pass it over to Katie. And Katie, if you don't mind, since I can't see everybody, kind of just picking people to go next. Thank you.
Of course, not a problem. Hello, everyone. My name is Katie Godwin. I'm out of the University of Tampa. I currently serve as the vice chair of this group, which is super great and a very, very long name. And I do emergency operations at the University of Tampa, which is exciting for me. And moving through, I'm just going to go alphabetically by the people that I see on the screen for me. We've got Susan.
Hi, I apologize for my camera not being on. I know that's, unheard of, but I'm having camera issues. I work for Benish. I haven't been involved with traffic safety for a long, long time. So I had time today to listen to this, and I'm just very encouraged. And I think it's great that there's a college team going on. So if I can help in any way, I would love to be a part of it. I'm really excited that you guys are doing this. So Susan Boda, good to be with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Susan. Danielle.
Hi, everyone. I'm Danielle McDonald. I'm the Associate Vice President and the Dean of Students on the University of South Florida Tampa campus.
Super cool. Brandon.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brandon Drawhorn with FDOT District 7 Safety Office.
Thanks. Ellen.
Hi, Ellen Snelling with the Tampa Alcohol Coalition. I've been a member of the Community Traffic Safety Team for many years and looking forward to working with the University Community Traffic Safety Team.
So welcome to our group. We have George.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. George Edmiston. I'm also with Benish, and I am with the District 7 Safety Consultant Office there. I work with Mike Zinn and Peter and Brandon. And Susan, too. Susan's a great woman to have part of this team to join us today.
Got some real heavy hitters. And Julie.
Hello, Julie Bond with Center for Urban Transportation Research at the University of South Florida.
Got Kathleen and then Kelly.
Kelly Fearon, City of Tampa Mobility Department.
Kelly was super helpful for me last month, so very, very thankful to have her. It looks like, is it Jean? I only see the first half of your name, last name of Lawrence.
That's Janine. I'm Janine Lawrence with Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I'm a program specialist and I do impaired driving and underage drinking and drug use prevention, education, and outreach.
Important work. Thank you, Janine. And we have Monty doing intros.
Hi, Monty Wirtz, University of Tampa with Katie.
And Paige.
Hi, I'm Paige Niehaus. I'm the campus president of Dale Mabry campus for HCC.
We've got Lori.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lori Puleo from JMT.
Melissa.
Hey everybody, I'm Melissa Shepherd with JMT.
And you.
Hello. I'm trying to turn it on my camera, but why? I don't know why it took so long. You still do not see me, right? There's something wrong with my Microsoft Teams. Sorry. Hi, this is Yu Zhang. I'm in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, a professor there, and also affiliated with the Carter Center for Urban Transportation Research. And also during the summer, I took the role as the director for the National Institute for Congestion Reduction, which is a national UTC at the USF. So yeah, I think with the new role, I want to see how the center could also help on this initiative. Thank you.
Hands and lots of things. And last but not least, Mike.
Yeah, Mike Zinn with the Florida Department of Transportation, your District 7 Community Traffic Safety Team Program Manager. Welcome.
Is there anybody who joined that we missed? No? Alrighty, Kathleen. It's all yours.
Thank you, Katie. It looks like my computer came back so I can see the screen, the whole screen now. Excellent. Well, thank you everybody again for being here. Welcome. So just to get started, we'll just go through the minutes that were shared out in the email, and Melissa can pull them up on the screen as well from our August 2022 meeting, which Katie helped facilitate. So we'll just briefly kind of look through what was discussed, and if anybody has any updates or edits to the notes that were taken, feel free to chime in, or if they all look good, let us know.
While you're looking at the minutes, this meeting is being recorded, just to let everybody know. And if you are not speaking, please mute yourself so that there's no strange feedback. Does anyone want to approve the minutes?
This is Janine. I'll make a motion to approve.
Thanks, Janine.
This is George. I'll make a motion to second.
Thanks, George.
Excellent. Thank you both. So our minutes have been approved. So now we'll jump in to our business updates and go through our problem identification list and see if there has been any updates or anything new that we want to discuss. So, so far we have 3 problem areas that have been identified. Number 1 is the North Boulevard by the University of Tampa to Cypress Street. So I know last time we talked about things changing now that students are back. And so just want to check in, how has that been looking with students on campus and the pedestrian flow of traffic in that area?
Kelly, I talked to William today and he said you might have some updates on some of these locations.
I don't have anything this month on North Boulevard, just that we're looking at it. It's part of our high injury network, but I don't have anything specific for this.
And anecdotally, from the university's perspective, particularly as it relates to the North Boulevard and Spalding intersection, which is one of the key kind of crossways from our east side of campus to our west side of campus, this is our first or our second full week of classes. So where students are getting into their habits, they're starting to migrate in their standard kind of class progressions. And we do have kind of a new parking garage that is on one side of the road versus kind of main campus, which is on the other side of the road. So there is a substantial amount of pedestrian traffic figuring its way around. And there are some key pressure point times, which I think is something that adds irritation to the community because it does kind of back up traffic pretty far down North Boulevard, sometimes almost to Kennedy, which is on the south side of our campus. But it really does happen in these kind of chunks of time during classroom transitions or class time transitions. I'm looking at kind of the intersection right now on one of the cameras, and because we're in the middle of a class and nobody's moving, it's flowing smoothly and everything looks great. But it is really during those high times that there causes some issue.
Thank you for that update. Other thoughts?
Katie, I just wanted to ask a question. Since you monitor that regularly with the cameras and everything else, do you see maybe a possible solution in any one direction since you've been observing this regularly?
So there is some complicated. So we need to do some education for our students, kind of as a rule, to cross when the lights are allowing them to cross. I think there is potential for maybe a longer timing of either the roadway or the pedestrian sign, particularly as it goes east to west, because we have students wanting to cross east to west to get to those sides of campus, but we also have vehicles that are trying to turn north and south then onto North Boulevard. And so when you have pedestrians walking kind of consistently through that light, there then becomes a vehicle backup, and that has its own layer of chaos. This is one of the key intersections, I think, that drives the rest of the traffic down that road. But we do have some other pedestrian spots, crosswalks along North Boulevard where our athletic center is and where one of the other parking garages are, that are not stopped by a stoplight. It's just crosswalks in the road. And so we've floated an idea of, does it make sense to put the rise, my brain yes, the crosswalks with the flashing lights. There has been talk of some pushback on that. But we do have kind of these 4 major crossing points on North Boulevard that I think if we can space out maybe some of that traffic, that would be better. But one of the other questions is, if we do it, will students use it? And there's been such a strong habit of using this one intersection that it may take some time to adjust to that. And I think
in the intersection you're naming is Spalding?
Spalding and North Boulevard, yes.
Okay, yeah. Because I see that, it's got a 4-legged crosswalk around it.
Yes. And we did, so last year, I think what started some of this problem was there was construction happening on one side of that, one of the 90-degree angles. And so students weren't able to use that sidewalk and everybody had to cross North Boulevard in order to navigate north and south on the other side. That construction has stopped. We are able to open and use all four corners, all directions. And so it's alleviated it just a smidge, but we still have so much traffic going back and forth across that it's still kind of a problem area. And then I think Monty also oversees this space and has, I think, some feedback as well if you like.
Well, I was just going to make one more comment. Yes, the construction is sort of that's going on North Boulevard is not letting us get a really good understanding of what, you know, how students are going to use that and how the traffic's going to work until that construction's finished, which I think is what, 4 weeks out, Katie?
3 or 4, yeah.
But the other issue, Mike, just FYI, is we have a parking garage that's actually down that was opened last year on Delaware. So it's like Delaware and North A. So we have a lot of students who are coming across North A and sort of just running across Boulevard. So there's a light at Kennedy, then they're running across North A with no light. Then there's the lights at Spalding, which used to be North B. And then kind of what, like 200 yards down, there's another crosswalk. Then 200 yards down, there's another crosswalk. And then there's the light at Cass. So it just is, it's just Boulevard is just a problematic for us. And unfortunately, we have a lot of classroom space that has been going in on the west side of campus and parking. So it used to be that students really didn't go on that side unless there was an athletic event, and that is just no longer the case. So it's going to be one to watch once the construction is finished.
Sure. Sound like you guys wish North Boulevard didn't exist. Just make it a big sidewalk.
Well,
yes, we would love it if the city would close that. We know that's not on the table, but gosh, we would love that.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure.
would Tampa Prep.
Don't ever say never. The city of Tampa did that once to a street downtown. I think they call it Franklin Street.
That's true. Well, we would love if they would consider doing that to Boulevard.
Yeah, so never say never. We may not live long enough, but it may happen someday.
I'll put it on my Christmas list.
There you go.
So that's our update, I think, for that intersection.
We'll continue to monitor and let you know.
Thank you for that. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for the next time or once that construction is done. So the second problem location that we have is the Cass Street. So also University of Tampa, that entrance there that we've had some conversations about students crossing at that area that isn't at the crosswalk and what we can possibly do about any updates here.
I don't have anything. City of Tampa have anything?
I can go. We are looking at this portion of Cass Street, really focusing on how you have that cycle track that ends on one side of North Boulevard, and then you go down kind of where it picks back up on the other side of the bridge to see if there's a way we can do a quick build project and extend that bike lane through there. I don't have any exhibits or anything to show at this meeting, but I hope to have something soon.
Yeah. Kelly, let me ask you a question. One of the other issues was all the kids taking a shortcut, if I remember. I mentioned maybe we could probably put up a hedge or something across that building to kind of make the students go further down to the crosswalk instead of taking that shortcut and dropping their e-bikes or whatever in the hedges.
Behind the railroad tracks, like a hedge in.
Well, yeah, between the
there?
tracks, between the tracks and Cash Street, I think is what we were talking about, you know, where everybody's taking a shortcut running through the hedges, then over the tracks.
I can ask our stormwater. I think they have, you know, some facility back there, but I can ask them if that's a possibility.
You know, that way it's not a permanent fixture, you know, it's frangible, so you're not, you know, messing up your clear zone or anything.
Yes.
And there's the map that Melissa pulled up showing that intersection. So if there's possibility for something to deter students from crossing early. But
Is it when
yeah.
you say they're crossing, like if we had a hedge there, that gate though is still, yeah, like right on that corner, like even if the hedge is there where they can actually go in behind the fence. Can you point that out just so I make sure I understand? Where your mouse is.
That's the vehicular gate. There's a pedestrian gate to the right of the mouse that we try and encourage students to use. It's actually right next to it. You can sort of see it. If you follow that's it. That's the
Yes, that
pedestrian gate.
sidewalk.
And as we finish the construction, we'd like to put a sidewalk kind of at a 45-degree angle to Cass, encouraging them to come in on the pedestrian gate rather than walking through. But crossing the street, as you can see where the crosswalk is, they actually have to go past the intersection to go across the crosswalk and then come back because they're coming from downtown. So that's why that crosswalk really isn't utilized very often, because it's just in the wrong place.
Yeah, we can definitely take a look at if it's possible at all to put any hedges there, but moving the crosswalk with the bridge and the merge lane is not something that
Yeah,
we're
that's not doable.
proposing at this time. So we really wouldn't be able to move that crosswalk.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, some kind of hedges or something, you know, right there where the RFB is. If you go down on the street view, you can see where your RFB is at. Down there about where our mouse is, somewhere along in there. You know, just throw some hedges or something along that utility strip you got out there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll
And
bring
then
it
that
up.
would encourage them to take that turn and go down toward, it's like where that excavator's parked, you know, just put some hedges along through there. You see where they're dropping their e-bikes, they're just leaving them sit there. Clogging up your sidewalk.
Well, those are nice because they're actually parked upright. Usually they're just sort of thrown on the ground.
I've seen them sitting there everywhere. I've seen them sitting on the bridge.
Well, thanks you guys for looking at that.
All right, thank you, everybody. Yeah, I know those e-bikes are another issue too. And then lastly, we have the HCC area of concern, the Lois Avenue crossing by where that Drew Park is. So it sounds like there were some updates last meeting about reviewing those crosswalks. And then looking at potential solutions there. So are there any further updates on that area?
No, not any new updates on that. The Drew Park CAC, we're just in the process of having the consultants on board to review Drew Park area and provide a recommendation to the CAC for the Drew Park CRA. So I anticipate that crosswalk will be part of their recommendation, but I don't have any update. We're just waiting for the process to move forward so that we can, you know, get everything ready for this to get it established.
Absolutely. How has it been with students right now?
It's good. You know, knock on wood, I hate to jinx it. We haven't had any concerns or issues that have been brought to my attention regarding any endangerment of students, but it's not a safe crossing. So there's nothing to help them. So we're thankful that we don't have anything to report as far as the crossing itself. We do know too, once they get over into our parking lot, we will be redoing our parking lots and we'll need to provide a safe walkway through the parking lot as well to the buildings, which would be on us, our next step when we redo the parking lots. And one of the things too, I think one of the consultants said they would want to try to line up that crosswalk with where our walkway would be, but we would be pretty flexible because it would just be indicated, maybe a striped walkway through the parking lot for the pedestrian walkway for the students. So, but I don't have any other new updates at this time on it.
Great, thank you, Paige. Yeah, I know those things take some time to get all sorted out. It's not a quick thing. But thank you for those updates and continuing to monitor that.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Any additional problem areas that anybody's noticed that they want to add to this list and bring to the attention of our group for discussion? Bye, Paige. Thank you. All right. Well, it sounds like we'll just keep an eye on those areas. And I know as the flow of traffic and things for the semester settles in, like Katie was saying, and the construction down at UT is wrapping up, we'll see how things play out for the future. So just wanting to move on then to our calendar updates and activity reports. So any updates from our law enforcement? I know Officer Marchesano is here, but she is not able to speak. It sounds like she's in a class. So maybe if when she wraps up, we can hear from her. But any other law enforcement updates?
We had an excellent turnout for Saturation Saturday, a couple of weeks ago. We had 36 officers from multiple agencies, including USF, Temple Terrace, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department, the City of Tampa, all doing a Saturation Saturday for MAD out there this couple weeks ago on Saturday. So it was an excellent turnout. I don't have the stats on what they reported that night, but hopefully it was a slow night. Hopefully there was nobody out there drunk, impaired.
Thank you for that update, Mike. And I know they've been doing extra enforcement for impaired driving with Labor Day and kind of that end of summer. Is that correct?
I'm sorry again?
Has the law enforcement been upping their enforcement of impaired driving with the Labor Day weekend and everything?
Yeah, it's the typical drive sober, get pulled over campaign going on. So it's a big deal. I see Officer Nicole. She says she can hear you all, but no updates. Yes, Campus Safety Day. I'm not familiar with that, but she says come out.
So yes, Dean McDonald put in the chat as well a link for here on the USF Tampa campus on October 6th. We'll be hosting our annual Campus Safety Day. So we will have vendors and law enforcement and community agencies that come out. I believe Janine from MAD is registered too, and in our office. So anybody who wants to attend and come to that program is welcome to register with that link that D. McDonald placed. So I think, yeah, Nicole was just giving a plug for that.
And this is Janine. I will respond to that too. We are going to be there. I'm very excited about it. I always like the Campus Safety Day. It's a great event. And I know last year you guys switched locations and we liked it even more. It was just much more interactive for those of you who were there. Can I give my update now, Kathleen? You know what I'm going to talk about.
I do. Let's see. Hold on. I think in terms of law enforcement activities, Officer Marchesano just put in the chat as well that there's been an uptick in hit and runs and bike thefts on campus, especially in the parking garages. So
Yes,
something.
we are definitely on campus seeing the throngs of people, and I think that is all putting some stressors on obviously our garages, our roads, and people finding their way around. So we have had quite a few of these issues on campus.
And that's mostly just attributed to that influx of people and people not paying attention because they're trying to find their turns and things. Is that what you?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was a huge change for everybody to see how many students were on campus and how they were all getting around. So hopefully that will decrease as people are figuring out where to park, how to get around, and hopefully paying more attention to each other.
Absolutely. And then any other bicycle or pedestrian reports from the other campuses? And then we can have Janine give her update too, if she has to head out. I don't want to hold on too long.
I think from the University of Tampa, we're fine. I just have a question about bike stuff later, but that can come in the open forum space. So happy to hold that.
Sounds good. And then just to stick to our agenda, just to mention the fatal crash maps, it didn't look like there were any new ones. I think the two that we do have listed within that radius of each campus, there's the one on the outskirts of USF and the one near UT, one being the off-road vehicle and the other one kind of outside of the USF area. No other fatalities, it looks like, have occurred. So that's good for now. But feel free to take a look at that map if you're curious on those locations. And we'll keep updating that if there's any more as we move through the year. So there's nothing else related to those items. We can jump into our open forum announcement section and can start off with Janine, if you'd like to talk about what Matt is working on right now.
Yeah, if you don't mind, because I do have to jump off early, so I appreciate that. I'm excited about it. We were contacted actually last semester by Professor Werder in the Zimmerman School, and she's having her advanced public relations class use MAD as their client for their whole semester program this year, and which we're really excited about. And they're going to be working with how to get the message of what MAD does, not only on the campus, how to figure out in the community, in the Tampa-wide community more, and working with youth more. I think those are the three stakeholders that they're going to focus on. And so what was nice too was to be able to connect with Kathleen in her office and student wellness and prevention. And also we're talking with Ellen Kent in public health. And we're encouraging the students also to get in touch with campus police as well and hopefully be involved in the safety day as well. So kind of combining a lot of what we talk about here at the CTST group within that campus and having the students work on this issue of impaired driving on the campus and specifically address the students' needs. So if you hear from any students about this project, I beg you to please talk with them and be a resource, because we really feel like it's a great opportunity to get this safety message out throughout the campus, and even hopefully that can filter out throughout the Tampa Bay area. That's the goal eventually. So we're excited to be able to work with USF on this project, and I hope we can see some good changes. So it will be student driven and student led. So we'll see the direction that they take it. I'm going to meet with them in a couple of minutes to start discussing it with that class. So putting that out there. If anyone has any other resources or suggestions within the campus community that you think would be helpful for that student, those students in that public relations class to work on this kind of campaign, you can reach out to me or Kathleen, and we'll connect you, and hopefully this can be something that will be really beneficial for everybody. So I just wanted to share that. I thought it was pretty exciting. It's like CTST coming to life with the students, so that makes me happy. Our traffic safety nerddom, right? So thank you all. I'm going to be off in a couple of minutes, but I'll stay on for a few more minutes.
Thank you, Janine, for that update. Yeah, I'm excited about that as well. Working with students and finding that peer-to-peer messaging and in the USF community and larger, and address some of these issues that we've been seeing. So it sounds like at the end of the semester, they'll present their deliverables and whether that's some PSAs or some type of campaign that they're putting together. So if it does seem like it's usable, then we'll be sure to share that with the group as well. Other updates, Katie, if you want to discuss the bike thefts situation.
Well, sorry, that was kind of a misnomer. We, not necessarily bike thefts, but a bicycle question. On our campus, I'm sure you've heard, like, we just have a substantial number of students and we have a substantial number of cars that are here. And so there has been interest and thought about how do we, is there a benefit to becoming a bike-friendly campus? Has somebody gone through that? What is that experience like? I know that there's a designation that can be given to universities. I just wasn't sure if USF or if HCC has done that before, what that process looked like. Are there other resources that we need to be considering as we're looking into like micromobility and some of those pieces, particularly for our campus, but also because we have so many multi-family housing and student housing projects going up in our area. We anticipate a lot of traffic in our space, pedestrian, vehicular, scooter, bike, all that good stuff. So as we're kind of looking into the future, bike friendliness is on top of mind. So I just was interested in your experiences. If you've had any, what does it look like for you?
This is Julie, and I worked on the 2 applications we submitted for USF, and USF is a silver bicycle friendly university. And so it took us about a year. We had an internal committee with people from every department on it, and we met to compile the application because I don't know if you've looked at it, but there's quite a bit in it. You know, we have to count the bike racks on campus. I would really recommend you doing it. Tampa is a bicycle friendly community. Tampa has the highest number of bicycle friendly businesses in the nation. And that's all going to help on your application since it is so bike friendly around you. If you need help, I can sit in on a meeting and show you what we did at USF. I've got all the reports they submitted back to us. They give you a really detailed report on how you can make it up into the next level. We're still at silver, but the next time, hopefully, we will get to gold. So I'd recommend it for you and for HCC. It's a really great process. It takes a little bit of time, but you get that recognition, a lot of publicity from it, and it just brings kind of this awareness to everyone. You get students on the committee, and they can look at how they can do things to really increase the bicycle friendliness as you complete the application.
Thank you. That's really helpful. I have taken a look at I think it's the application, the questionnaire. It's like 40 something pages long. I was like, oh dear goodness,
Yeah.
much more than I expected.
It is. And, you know, like I said, we did put a whole committee together and it took us about a year. And, you know, you can just watch when the application is due. And I think the university one's only once a year. It could be twice. I might be confusing it with another application. But, you know, we just had fun and worked on it and you know, implemented new programs so the application would look good. We had the you know, USF bicycle event that the president came out to and rode his bike. And at that time it was a he. And so he got and rode his bike. And, you know, we're probably going to do it again. COVID sort of stopped things, but, you know, you get everyone at every level involved in it. So it really is a great process.
That's really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, and we can help if you want. So let me know. I'll send you some of our reports so you can see.
Perfect. That would be
I was
great.
I was gonna say, it sounds like Julie's volunteering to jump right in and get it going.
I know, I will. I'm excited for you.
Like another university. Let's go.
Yeah, I know.
and-
I'm sure you'd get a lot of great publicity and it just brings awareness. But your campus is so different than ours and you have, so many different things going on that you can put in your application. I mean, everything's going to help. The micro mobility, equity is a big part of it. So anything you're doing for equity is also a big part of it. But yeah, it's a good application and a fun designation. You guys should be on the list, definitely.
Awesome.
And one other thing, I don't know if Kelly Fearon's on here, but she's, the Division Zero safety engineer for the city of Tampa. So, and I don't know if Kelly, you've got any complete streets or anything you're doing in that Tampa Hyde Park area.
Yeah, we'd be happy to send you any information, and we're always excited to see more places apply. It helps the whole city, and it's a little bit of work for the whole application process, but it is something pretty well, recognized and known. So whatever you need, we're happy to provide.
Thank you.
Yeah, they ask you things like how many league cycling instructors do you have in the area? And we just held a class and certified 8 new league cycling instructors. I mean, even just anything like that might be something we can assist with that would help your application. If you want a safe cycling course held, that's also going to help your application. So, anything like that. And the city of Tampa has, some really great things that are going to boost your application. So.
Julie, isn't there three lead cycler instructors online today?
Let me see. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look at the list here.
You and George and Melissa.
Well-
Melissa,
Well, actually, they are not league cycling instructors. They just took the safe cycling course and passed the traffic skills 101 class, but they did not go on to the league cycling instructor. Although, if you want to encourage them, I still, would like them to do that. Melissa does not look excited.
I like riding my bike on trails
Yeah.
and sidewalks and multi-use paths,
Yeah.
not
You
on the
do-
street.
Yeah, you do have to learn to ride as a legal vehicle on streets. So that's, not for everyone. But, if we did hold a class down in Tampa, that there's some great streets we could take everyone on. We did make them ride on State Road 54, so I know it was traumatizing.
It was something. But if you have one down at UT, I would definitely show up. That would be a great bike ride.
Yeah, that would be a different experience. So we could ride in the cycle track.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And hey, while I'm on, I just want to mention I put Sprint for Safety in the chat, and we're just launching that today, actually. And all students, faculty, anyone in District 7 can sign up for that. And you only have to do a 1 mile. If you look at it and go, no way, I'm running a 5K, but it's run or walk, a 5K or 1 mile. And the first 300 that sign up will get this really cool medal, but we have certificates for everyone and we have safety items for everyone. And October is Pedestrian Safety Month. And so this is a program of DOT, Mike's in, and it's for District 7. And so that program will launch and we hope to get as many people taking part. And we ask people to post their photos of great infrastructure as they walk and run. So please spread the word on that. And we'd love to see a big group sign up for that. So we'll be doing some fun little pedestrian safety events during October.
Yeah, and a side note, I just had an email blast sent out to everybody on this, so everybody will get
great.
this. Everybody will get this registration.
And we did it, this is the second time we did it. So last year it was a lot of fun and we had little medal ceremonies for those who got their medal. So it was just a really great way to encourage pedestrian safety. So, if you want to do something special on your university during October Pedestrian Safety Month, let me know.
Great, thank you so much, Julie, for those events and helping Katie out. I'm sure this group will be a good resource for you, Katie, for that certification. So feel free to reach out if there's things that you need assistance with. Other updates or announcements that anyone would like to share?
I see we have a member from TAC on here. Ellen, you got something? Alan. Ellen's muted. She's not hearing us or something. Okay.
She might have stepped away.
Yeah, she's the chairperson for Tampa Bay Alcohol Coalition. So she plays a unique area. She covers a lot of our areas, what we do and what you all are interested in too. Like today, Kathleen came by and picked up some materials for her impaired driving problems out there on that campus. So anytime you guys need anything, reach out to myself or Ellen or Janine. We all have materials and we're here to help you with your impaired driving problems or impaired pedestrian problems for that matter.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I just had a meeting with our conduct office last week, and they informed me that we, in the first couple weeks of school, had several DUI incidents on campus, and so working with them and our other partners to get more messaging out about impaired driving, and so got some of those $20,000 tip cards that IDEA committee put together. As well as some other pamphlets and things. So thank you, Mike, for those resources. Look forward to sharing those with our students and informing them about safe driving and being on the roadways and things. So
it's unfortunate that when the freshmen all turn to college for the first year, they feel like they got to party as hard as they can go, and that's when a lot of them get in trouble. So
yeah, we were talking. I guess there was more in those first couple weeks than we usually see in a semester. So we were trying to be like, what is it about, this year that is causing that issues, and looking into seeing if there were certain locations that the students were going. I know we've had some issues with a bar up the road from us called Ivy Rose, which I know Ellen, if she's still with us on the call, has had issues with too. Oh, there's Ellen. Yeah.
My internet's down, so I'm using my so kind of how it looked for you. But yeah, I heard that Ivy Rose, they actually reached out to the sheriff's office to get more training. They got training from the sheriff's office last year after the incidents. They actually reached out to the sheriff's office to training. So they were really happy about that. But
Hey, Ellen. Ellen.
Let me, yes.
We can't really hear what you're saying. Like, we know that you're on the line and we can hear you talking, but we can't make out the words that you're saying.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there you are.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Like I was trying to say, I'm using my phone because my internet's down. So it's a learning curve to do Zoom on your phone. And I had to get my son to help me unmute myself. But I was just saying, Ivy Rose has actually reached out to the sheriff's office to get more responsible beverage training and get an officer to come out, similar to what they did last year. So the sheriff's office in alcoholic beverage tobacco is going to go back out there to train them. So I thought that was a really good sign. But if anyone knows of any other kind of problem establishments, please let me know, and I'll get together with one of the law enforcement offices to have them check it out.
Thank you, Ellen. I'm glad that they are being proactive, it sounds like, hopefully, in getting that training for their staff and servers and that responsible beverage training. So yeah, other campuses, I know there's lots of bars and things by UT. I don't know if students mostly walk there, but if there's any problem areas there too, we can be in touch about that. Any other information or announcements that people would like to share?
see any.
All right, well, it sounds like that might be it then. And then, like they were saying, October is Pedestrian Safety Month. Are there any other awareness months or campaigns that people are honoring, observing over the next month or so? Or weeks? I know in October, we also do National Collegiate Alcohol Awareness Week. So that's the 3rd week of October, and we do lots of programs and events and talk about impaired driving and things during that time as well. We try to have it coincides kind of around the time that homecoming is and right before Halloween. So those are some of the more at-risk times that we try to be intentional about our messaging and outreach. Anything else that you all want to highlight?
Yeah, I can give you a couple of others. It's September 19th through the 25th is Child Passenger Safety Week for any of you students that have children. On the 25th is a National Seat Check Saturday. I don't know of one yet scheduled here in Tampa. I know Pasco County has scheduled one. I think it's going to be in Zephyr Hills or Dade City. I have to verify that. October, the entire month of October is Pedestrian Safety Month. So, and after that, we'll have our next meeting after that. So we have some others coming up in October.
Thanks for those, Mike. And the last thing that I want to make sure we check in about is that next month will be our next in-person meeting. So it'll be on the 5th at 3 p.m. And so every quarter we try to meet in person to see each other's faces and things, and want to see if any of the campuses would like to host. I know last July we were happy to be on UT's campus, so appreciated their hospitality. And I know at USF we can host too, but I know parking can be an issue with our campus, and having to pay and find spots. It's a little busy during the semester for that. But there's also, I know talking to Mike this morning, the FDOT headquarters is a location that might be easy for us all to meet at. So I want to open it up if anybody has interest in hosting, or where a good location might be for us to be in person.
We've also got ACC that can host. As we talked about rotating all 3 campuses, so everybody pick one.
I think Paige had to hop off. I think she was our main HCC person. So should we plan to do it at the Florida Department of Transportation, which is kind of right next to USF? So if you want to visit USF while you're there, you can. I can take you on a tour, but
I can also, Paige and I, this is Monty. Paige and I are in Rotary together, and I can just shoot her a note and see if she would be willing to host, and get back with maybe with you, Kathleen.
Sure. Yeah, I think that would be great if you can get in touch with her and see if that's a possibility.
So far, just so you know, Monty, I think our room capacity so far, I don't think we've exceeded 25. Have we, Melissa? I think today we're like at 17 or 18 people, but just so when you're looking at a room size, you might think about 25 people tops. I know I'm talking to 2 other law enforcement agencies about starting to participate here. That's Tampa Police Department and HCC. I mean Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. So because they do work around our campuses. And if something really serious goes on, you know who you're going to call. You're going to call them to come in and help too. So we'd like to have them involved here in this community traffic safety team.
Well, Paige, thanks, Mike. I'll go ahead and just email page, and then I'll copy Katie. And then Katie, if you can communicate with Kathleen and just let her know.
And yeah, copy Melissa in that so she can put that into the, the next agenda when she sends it out, so she knows where everybody's going.
Perfect. I think that sounds good. Thank you, Monty, for that. Any other last minute items that we didn't get to?
Well, everybody just stay safe. Remember, we're still in hurricane season, so pay attention to the weather.
Yeah, I just heard some thunder. I don't have windows in my office, but I know it's
No,
storming near us.
it just shook this building. That's what made me think of it.
Absolutely. Well, stay safe, everybody. Thank you for your time. And so anything else you need, feel free to reach out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right, take care, everyone.
Bye, take care.